I want to start off the program today talking about stress. Well, not specifically stress, but the stress glands in the body, the so-called adrenal glands that produce stress hormones. Yesterday, an article was published in the Journal of Affective Disorders linking adrenal stress hormones to obesity and depression and to bipolar disorders. A couple of weeks ago, another article, this one in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism, linked a health challenge called PCOS, Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome. That's a health challenge where women will get break out on the skin. They'll have reproductive problems, oily skin. They may lose their hair. It affects women of reproductive ages, and it is linked to adrenal hormones. If you're gaining weight, you're feeling dizzy when you stand up, you crave salt, you can't fall asleep even though you're tired, you may be dealing with a health challenge that alternative and mainstream practitioners call adrenal fatigue. And you would be in good company. Nobody really knows the full impact of adrenal fatigue, but it's estimated that there are millions of Americans who suffer with some degree or another of AF, as it's been called. The adrenal glands are two tiny little pieces of tissue that sit on top of the kidneys, and they play an especially significant role in how fluids move through the circulatory system. In fact, the adrenal glands can be thought of as your major blood pressure glands. Between the adrenal glands and the kidneys, you have your two major systems that control blood pressure. They're constantly, the adrenals and the kidneys for that matter, are constantly monitoring blood oxygen and carbon dioxide. And when oxygen levels drop and carbon dioxide levels build up, a hormone called aldosterone comes out of the adrenal glands in response to the changes in blood gases and oxygen and carbon dioxide, and this changes how blood flow is adjusted, and net result can be high blood pressure or hypertension. Aldosterone is a stress hormone most people haven't heard of. It's a salt-retaining hormone. When you have too much aldosterone, you end up with high blood pressure. You end up with low levels of potassium. If you don't have enough aldosterone, you can have low blood pressure and a racing pulse, especially when you stand up. You can have salt cravings or dizziness or lightheadedness. This can occur with long-term chronic stress hormone secretion, long-term chronic aldosterone secretion in response to long-term stress. And this can lead to problems with electrolyte deficiencies as well as high blood pressure, problems with sodium deficiencies or potassium deficiencies. Point being that while adrenaline and cortisol get all the press when it comes to stress hormones, aldosterone, the hormone most folks haven't heard of, may actually be more important for the stress response, at least when it comes to blood pressure. The effect of aldosterone is especially significant, as I say, when it comes to sodium levels. When aldosterone secretions are normal, sodium levels are also normal. In times of stress, the hormone goes up, aldosterone goes up, sodium in the blood will also go up. Sodium levels go up and down based on stress levels, based on stress hormones. This is one of the reasons why the low sodium diet isn't really a smart idea. You need sodium, and sodium doesn't cause, blood sodium isn't necessarily a cause of blood pressure. It's the hormone that controls the sodium, and the hormone is a stress hormone. Bottom line here, folks, is reduce the stress level and you'll lower your blood pressure. And when most of us think of stress, we think of emotional stress and psychological stresses and mental stresses, but physiologic stress is a key element too. Yes, I know psychological stress is a problem and mental and emotional stress is an issue, and it can cause your blood pressure to go up, but so can the stress of degenerative disease, so can the stress of blood sugar problems, so can the stress of digestive problems, so can the stress of autoimmune issues, so can the stress of heart disease. All of these can put a burden on the body and can end up causing high blood pressure, and you can take all the beta blockers you want and all the calcium channel blockers you want, and while you may artificially, pharmacologically poison your body enough to lower your blood pressure, you still haven't taken care of the underlying stress, and that means that no matter how low your blood pressure is, you're still running higher risks of a shorter lifespan. So what do you do to make sure your stress hormones and your adrenal glands are operating correctly? Well, for one thing, nutrition is important. Salt is super important, and this is one reason why drinking salt water can be beneficial, but make sure you're getting your minerals. Make sure you're drinking your Beyond Tangy Tangerine and your mineral drinks. Make sure you're eating enough vegetables, which contain electrolyte minerals. Make sure you're using your Mighty 90 essential nutrients. Make sure you're practicing good digestive habits and working on digestive health with your Ultimate Nightly Essence and your Fucoid Z. And, of course, stabilizing blood sugar is very, very important when it comes to blood pressure issues. Blood pressure and dysglycemia, elevated blood pressure and messed up blood sugar go hand in hand. Use your Sweeties. Use your Ultimate Niacin. Use your Fucoid Z, all of which can help you with your blood sugar. Ultimate Selenium can also help you make insulin. Also important for blood pressure. And the B complex is really important, not just for blood pressure, but also for adrenal health. Of course, you'll get your B complex in the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. And your D-stress, which contains a really interesting form of the B complex, a really interesting B vitamin called pantothenic acid, vitamin B5. Vitamin B5 plays a major, major role in adrenal health. I love the de-stress. Also, for the adrenal glands, you can also look at your CFX, your Ultimate CFX product, which contains a huge dose of vitamin C, 500 milligrams, along with calcium and a little bit of echinacea. Long story short, if you're dealing with hypertension, and they've told you it's essential hypertension, 80 million Americans are told every year that they have essential hypertension, and we don't know what causes essential hypertension. If you're dealing with high blood pressure issues, focus on adrenal health, relax the body, make sure you're using your Mighty 90 essential nutrients, make sure you're oxygenating. Something as simple as slow, deep breathing can have a tremendously beneficial effect on lowering blood pressure. These are the little things, the simple little things that we could do to stay healthy, and it all starts off, of course, with a good nutritional supplement program like the Mighty 90 Essential Nutrients, the Beyond Tangy Tangerine Ultimate Essential Fatty Acids, and the Beyond OsteoFX. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program. We'll take a break and come back with more good health information. Our number is 831-685-1080 or 888-379-2552. If you've got questions about the longevity products or health challenges you or a loved one may be dealing with, we can help you. We'll take a break and come back right after this on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program. Right after this. Don't go away. I'll be sitting in for the next 45 minutes or so on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program with my good friend and colleague Douglas Winfrey. What's up, Doug?
Well, I thought we'd talk a bit about food, as I have a story here that I got from CNN that's headlined, How Do Food Manufacturers Pick Best Buy Dates? So no one wants to serve spoiled food, and you don't want to throw food away unnecessarily. According to the USDA, they say Americans toss out the equivalent to $162 billion, that's billion with a B, in food every year at the retail and consumer levels. They say plenty of that food is discarded while still safe to eat. Part of these losses are due to consumers' confusion about the used by or best before dates on food packaging. Most consumers report checking the date before purchasing or consuming a product, and they don't even have very good sense about what these mean by sell by or best used by or used by. They say all these mean different things. Contrary to popular impression, the current food system, food product dating, isn't really designed to help us figure out when something is from the fridge is to be passed in the line into the edible or inedible line. They say food companies are not required to use a uniform system to determine which date on the list of their food product, how they determine the date to list, or even if they need to list a date on their product at all. The Food Labeling Date Act of 2016, now before Congress, aims to improve the situation by clearing up and distinguishing between foods that may be past their peak but still okay to eat and foods that are unsafe to consume. And they say, aside from labeling issues, how are these dates even generated? Food producers, particularly small-scale companies, just entered the food business. They often have difficulty knowing what dates to put on their items. Manufacturers have a few ways, both art and science, to figure out how long their food will be safe to eat. They say one study estimated 20% of food wasted in the UK households is due to misinterpreting the date labels. They say the extending same estimate in the U.S., average household loses $275 to $455 a year in food that could have been eaten but was thrown out. And they go on to say, out of mistaken concern for food safety, 91% of consumers occasionally throw food away based on sell-by date, which isn't really a product safety at all. If sell-by dates are actually meant to let stores know how to rotate their stock. Say a Food Marketing Institute in 2011 found that among their actions to keep food safe, 37% of consumers reported discarding food every time it got past the past due date. You know, I often thought things like maybe when you're looking at your food, maybe you smell it, or certain things.
Look at it.
You know, you look at it. Does it have mold on it? Like if you have sour cream, if it's starting to turn pink, then it's gone bad. And you know, it's common sense. Are people that stupid out there that they got to look at the food label and go, oh, we should eat this by Thursday or it's going to be no good?
Well, you know, 50 million Americans get food poisoning every year.
Really?
Some of them don't even know they got food poisoning. They just think they got diarrhea or they're just a little bit uncomfortable. Have you ever had food poisoning, by the way?
Oh, many times.
Oh, geez. There's nothing quite like that. But your point is really well taken. You're not going to get food poisoning just because you eat your bread past the sell-by date. It is mostly for manufacturers, I think, also for consumers to assure that they're getting fresh food. You know, I get a question all the time about drugs. about the expiration date on drugs. People want to know if they can take their Tylenol past the expiration date. Well, it turns out with drugs, the only thing that happens when you take a medication past the expiration date is it may not be as effective. You're not going to get sick by taking a prescription drug past its expiration date. But I think with foods, Douglas, the foods you got to worry about are the perishable foods, things like eggs and dairy and meat and fish, especially. By the way, fish goes bad really quickly, as I'm sure you know, being the avid fisherman that you are. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program. We got lines open for you at 831-685-1080 and 888-379-2552. If you have questions about health or nutrition or prescription drugs, if you want to wean yourself off your meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program, we can help you do that. We'll take a quick break and come back with more good news. Okay, we're back on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program. I'm Pharmacist Ben, sitting in for Dr. Wallach today, along with Doug Winfrey, and you and your phone calls at 831-685-1080 or 888-379-2552. Toll free. If you're on hold, hang tight. We'll get your calls here in just a moment. A couple hot little stories off the press here I thought we'd address. Douglas, from the Journal of the American Medical Association, modern lifestyle primary culprit for obesity epidemic, according to the study. People with a greater genetic risk for obesity did seem to be more affected by modern developments that promote obesity, but nonetheless, the blame, at least from this study, on our obesity epidemic is being placed on modern lifestyle. High-calorie food, neighborhood designs that present fewer opportunities to walk, and couch potato leisure activities. And what I would add, Doug, is adrenal stress. We talked about that at the beginning of the program. How the adrenal glands are your stress glands, and they're secreting stress hormones, cortisol, adrenaline, and aldosterone. And I would tell you that one of the major reasons why we gain weight is because of our body's stress response. One of the ways that the body responds to long-term chronic stress is by releasing sugar from the liver. And when that sugar is released, eventually that sugar gets sucked up back out of the blood via the hormone insulin and gets stored as fat. If you find that you can't lose weight, even if you're dieting, you've gone to a low-calorie diet, or you've gone low-carb, or you've gone paleo, or you're doing everything you could think of doing, and you still can't lose weight, almost guaranteed you're dealing with an adrenal stress issue. Now, as I said at the beginning of the program, adrenal stress and stress, typically we think of psychological issues, mental issues, and psychological and emotional issues, but as it turns out, physiologic stress can also activate the adrenal glands. So you got to look for physiologic issues as well as mental and emotional issues if you suspect that you've got adrenal health problems. And that means, of course, dealing with chronic long-term degenerative disease. It means dealing with digestive health issues. And, of course, it means dealing with dysglycemia, messed up blood sugar. If you have a health challenge and you can't figure out what the heck is going on, first thing you always want to do is start off with the digestive system. That means doing a food diary, writing down everything you eat, and then eliminating problem foods, and simultaneously supporting digestive health with your Ultimate Nightly Essence probiotics and your Fucoid Z and your Ultimate enzymes, anything you could think of that will help your digestive system. I love using apple cider vinegar after meals. That can help you digest your food. Also has important intestinal health benefits. The second thing you want to do is work on your blood sugar, use more protein, get on your Slender FX and your Keto FX protein meal replacements, wean yourself off of the high carbohydrates, the breads and the pastas and the cereals and the gluten-containing foods. And by the way, gluten can also cause you to gain weight. Gluten can also cause brain problems. Gluten can also cause hormone problems, for that matter. So weaning yourself off of gluten and getting yourself on more protein, weaning yourself off of carbs and getting yourself on more protein can help you stabilize your blood sugar, as can using your Sweeties and your Ultimate Selenium and your Fucoid Z and the Ultimate Niacin. This is one of the neat benefits, by the way, of niacin. It's part of something called the glucose tolerance factor, and using the Ultimate Niacin can be a great way to help you stabilize your blood sugar. And then last but not least, calm the body down. Use deep breathing techniques in addition to reducing your intake of sugar and foods that cause any kind of digestive distress, taking hot showers and baths, using massage and Reiki and yoga, anything you do to relax the muscles and relax the body can help you reduce any kind of adrenal stress issues that you may be dealing with, and that includes long-term weight gain. All right, 831-685-1080, 888-379-2552 is our priority line number, 888-379-2552, toll free. We will take a quick break, and if you're on hold, hang tight. We'll get to you when we come back. We do have lines open for you. 831-685-1080 is our priority line number, 888-379-2552, toll free. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program on the ZBS Radio Network. First on the line, Doug.
All right, let's head to Las Vegas, Nevada. And Evette, you're on with Pharmacist Ben Fuchs.
Hey, Evette.
Hi, Ben. Can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear. What's going on?
Oh, awesome. Well, I've got 4 things that are going on with me, and I want to know what the best products I can take. I'm on the 2.0, the Heart and Brain Pack. I'm not on gluten anymore. I gave up oil 3 years ago. The 4 things are most concern to me are cardio, effusion, cataracts, glaucoma, and low blood pressure. I just want to know, outside of the Heart and Brain Pack, what else I could be taking.
You know, Evette, you're coming in a little bit muddy, so let me repeat back, because let's make sure I heard you right. You're looking for something for high blood pressure, is that correct?
No, low blood pressure. Cataracts,
low blood pressure.
Well, yeah, cataracts, glaucoma, and cardio, effusion.
Is this all for you, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so here's what you need to do. Basically, you got a whole bunch of stuff going on. Your body is just falling apart. You don't want to focus on specific issues when you have multiple symptoms like this, because you'll go crazy. You got to go back to the basics, the foundation. The first thing is going to be the digestive system. And there's no way you don't have digestive health issues with all that stuff going on. Either they're causative or they're secondary to your health challenges, but I would say they're causative. So you got to focus on digestive health. There's 2 reasons for this. This is when I talk about focusing on the digestive system and foods, it's not because I'm some kind of food Nazi guy. I'm telling you there's a logic to addressing the digestive system first and foremost that involves 2 parts. Number 1, when the digestive system starts to break down, toxins can get into the blood. This can cause inflammation inside the blood and ultimately inflammation throughout the body as the body attempts to dump all those inflammatory factors out of the blood and puts it in various tissues. This is one of the reasons why we get autoimmune disease, the main reason really why we get autoimmune diseases. So first of all, you got to patch up the gut to keep those toxins from getting in. The second reason why you want to focus on digestive health is because if your digestive system, particularly the intestine, isn't working correctly, you're not going to absorb your nutrients. And that's going to lead to nutritional deficiencies, and that's going to make any other health challenges that you have worse, and you end up with this downward vicious spiral of chronic disease. And this is where all of these multiple symptoms start to arise. So if you're dealing with multiple symptomology, like it sounds like you are, and anybody listening, if you're dealing with multiple symptoms, don't focus on each individual symptom looking for a way to target them. Rather, cut to the chase. Go down to the root, and that's going to be in the digestive system. So for you, Evette, you want to, number 1, do a Cirrhosis cleanse. Get yourself on the Cirrhosis. A Cirrhosis cleanse is where you do half a bottle of Cirrhosis, and by the way, that's spelled S-U-E-R-O-V-I-V. The Cirrhosis is a wonderful product from Beyond Organics that contains fermented whey, and it's a great easy technique for entering into a fast because it gives you energy and it gives you some fermented bacteria. It's a fermented whey product without having to get a lot of calories and without requiring a lot of digestion, a lot of digestive work. So it's a great way to go into your fast to do a Cirrhosis cleanse where you do half a bottle of Cirrhosis every hour. If you want to fast, you can fast, but if you have a hard time fasting, do the Cirrhosis, half a bottle every hour. And then after 2 or 3 days of the Cirrhosis cleanse, start to eat again as normal, but write down everything you eat and how you feel after you eat that food. And what you're going to find is your favorite foods more than likely are going to cause you digestive distress. And those are foods that need to be eliminated. That's called the elimination diet, and it is an absolute must protocol for anybody dealing with multiple symptoms. It's great for everybody to do, but especially if you're dealing with multiple symptoms and you don't know where to begin. So Cirrhosis cleanse, food diary, and then eliminate problem foods. Simultaneous with that, you're going to want to use your Ultimate Nightly Essence, one of the best probiotics. It's the best probiotic supplement that I've seen. It's not only made with wonderful bacteria and multiple strains of bacteria, but it also has digestive enzymes in it. So use your Ultimate Nightly Essence, 9 capsules a day, three times a day is a great way to do it. And then you're going to want to use your Ultimate Enzymes after all your meals. Do a little bit of apple cider vinegar with your Ultimate Enzymes. A couple more things I want to tell you, so don't go away, Evette. We got to take a break. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program. Thanks for joining us. We're talking to Evette in Vegas. You there, Evette?
I sure am.
Hey, so did that make sense so far? Because I got a few more things I want to tell you. When you have multiple symptoms, you got to cut to the root, and that's going to be the digestive system always. So that's step one. Does that make sense to you, ma'am?
It does make sense. Is that going to help keep the pressure for the glaucoma?
Heck yes, absolutely. Glaucoma is an inflammatory condition that affects the valves where fluid drains out of the eye. It involves inflammation and broken down cells at that valve level. So all the things I'm telling you, I've told you so far, will help prevent that inflammation. So absolutely, that will make a huge difference. The second thing you want to do is work with your blood sugar. Diabetes and insulin resistance go hand in hand with eye health issues, including macular degeneration and glaucoma. And that's because sugar can damage that valve as well as inflammatory factors. So you're going to want to treat yourself like a diabetic. Even if you've been told your blood sugar is normal, it doesn't matter. You've got the symptoms. So pretend you're a diabetic. Deal with, address your blood sugar issues as if you had diabetes or pre-diabetes. And that means the sweeties, the Ultimate Selenium can do double duty. It's also important for eye health, but it's wonderful for helping make insulin. 400 micrograms or so of that. And then as far as your sweeties goes, do 2 or 3 capsules after all your meals. The Fucoid Z can help you with your blood sugar. And of course, the Ultimate Niacin and all the B complex, but especially the Ultimate Niacin and vitamin B1 can help with blood sugar. Get on the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. I'm sure you're already on that. Keep sipping on the BTT. Throw in the Ultimate Niacin. And then last but not least, calm the body down. Anything you could do to relax, deep breathing techniques, hot water. By hot water, I mean immersion in hot water, hot baths, hot showers have a nice relaxing effect on the body. And then if you have any other health challenges going on, you're going to want to address those because that can put a burden on the adrenal glands too, as I was saying earlier before the break. But if you want to just cut to the chase, work on the digestive system, stabilize the blood sugar system, calm the body down, make sure you're on your Mighty 90 Essential Nutrients via the Healthy Start Pack. Thanks for your call, Evette. Appreciate it very much. And let's see if who's next on the line, Doug.
All right, let's head to Utah. And Linda, you're on with Pharmacist Ben Fuchs.
Hey, Linda.
Hello, thank you for taking my call.
Hey, what's going on?
Well, I'm calling from about my son, and it sounds like, well, maybe what you said to Evette would apply to him as well.
Okay.
He's 6 foot tall, 215 pounds. He's on a gluten-free diet.
Okay.
I think all he takes is probably the Beyond Tangy Tangerine.
Okay.
But he's having some, inflammation of the iris, episcleral.
Iritis?
Yes, and
Okay.
they've been treating it with steroid drops.
Okay.
And it flares up periodically.
Okay. So here's the deal. Iritis is, now I assume that, was he an athlete or anything like that? Could he have gotten, he didn't get hit in the eye or anything, I'm assuming, right?
No.
Okay.
He didn't get
So inflammation is a defensive response. That's the most important thing to consider when you hear the word inflammation. It's one of the ways the body protects itself. It's almost like an airbag on a car. The inflammatory response is the body's version of an airbag. So whenever you have inflammation, you want to focus on something that the body is protecting itself from. Something is getting inside the body that's activating that defensive response. Now, with the eye, it could be something topical, but it's unlikely. Does he have any other health challenges that you know of? Does he have autoimmune issues or sarcoidosis or Lyme's disease or herpes or anything like that?
No, he has blood pressure issues
Okay.
now and then, but he said
Okay.
that he's gotten off of the medication because of the gluten-free diet.
What medication was he on?
I don't know.
Okay. He was on high blood pressure medication, though, right?
Yes.
Okay. So something's going on in his body, ma'am. It's not his eye. And this is the main point that I'm trying to make here. This is the main point I make when I do my presentations, when I do my own radio program. You don't want to focus on the specific symptoms as much as you want to focus on the body as a system. Does that make sense, ma'am? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
If we focus,
Yes.
try to target the specific symptom without addressing the body as a system, we're not going to be able to take care of the problem. It's going to continuously percolate underneath, and things are going to get worse and worse and worse over time. Your doctor's not going to tell you this because doctors focus on symptoms. I'm not saying that in a bad way. That's just what they do. That's how they're trained. What we want to focus on is the system, not the symptom. The system involves, as I said to our last caller, Evette, the digestive system first and foremost, the blood sugar system next, and then calming the body down. So first you want to look for digestive health issues via the elimination diet and food diary. And as I was saying to Evette, it always helps to go into your elimination diet with a couple of days of a food holiday by fasting for a couple of days. If you can't do a fast, do the Cirrhosis cleanse. And then you're going to write down everything you eat, or your son's going to write down everything he eats, and then he's going to start to eliminate foods. Almost guaranteed he's going to find that he's got you said he's got a gluten problem. So if you have a gluten problem, chances are you're going to have other problems as well. It could be dairy, it could be eggs, it could be other compounds that are found in cereal grains, it could be tomatoes or potatoes or nightshade vegetables. There's a lot of things it could be. But if you do have a gluten problem, the chances are really good that you've got other health challenges as well in terms of digestive health, because there's cross-reactivity. So that people who have gluten intolerance are often going to have dairy intolerance too. So in any case, you got to find out what those foods are. Once inflammatory factors get into the bloodstream through the digestive tract, it can affect the eyes, it can affect the joints, it can affect the various glands in the body. So any inflammation needs to be backtracked to the digestive system. Now, simultaneous with all of that, you're going to want to patch the gut up. There's lots of ways to do that. I love the Fucoid Z. You know, we always talk about the Fucoid Z as a blood thinner and for the immune system, but one of the hidden benefits, or one of the secret benefits of the Fucoid Z, is that it can coat and soothe the digestive tract and facilitate healing if you're dealing with this leaky gut issue. It's actually called leaky gut syndrome. Many of you guys have heard of this. Other supplements that can help coat the digestive tract, or help strengthen, I should say, the digestive tract, include aloe vera, noni juice, and also the glucogel caps. That's another one of those nutritional supplements that's got hidden or secret benefits. Everybody knows the glucogel caps are important for the joints, but a lot of folks don't realize the glucogel caps can help strengthen your digestive tract. And they can help strengthen your blood vessels too. And they can help keep your skin from wrinkling. That's what I call a super multifunctional supplement. And then also your digestive enzymes. The ultimate enzymes have multifunctionality as well. In addition to helping you process your foods, the ultimate enzymes have wonderful anti-inflammatory benefits that you can leverage if you take them on an empty stomach. So take care of the digestive system. Use all those supplements in the food diary and the Cirrhosis and the elimination diet. You might also want to start focusing on blood sugar. Oftentimes eye health issues and inflammatory health issues involve problems processing sugar. And these days, it's not unusual. 100 million or more Americans have problems processing sugar, and that means your sweeties and the ultimate selenium, as well as the ultimate niacin and the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. Now, he's going to need more than the BTT. It's great that he's on that, but he's going to need more than that. So I would be getting him on the Healthy Start Pack as well. Of course, that's the Beyond OsteoFX and the Ultimate EFAs. The Ultimate EFAs are your inflammatory and anti-inflammatory molecules, your inflammatory and anti-inflammatory supplements. Essential fatty acids are literally converted into chemicals, into molecules that control and stabilize the inflammation and anti-inflammation balance. So any kind of inflammatory health issue you want to focus on, you want to make sure that you're focusing on good fats, particularly the Ultimate EFAs. If you want to throw a couple other things in there, you might want to try the Occutive, which is our new eye health vitamin, or the Vision FX, both of which contain wonderful nutrients that will help the eyes. Thanks for your call, Linda. Hope we helped you out. And let's see if we can get one more call in before break time.
All right, let's head to Minnesota. And Ann, you're on with Pharmacist Ben Fuchs.
Hey, Ann.
Yeah, hi, Ben. I was diagnosed with PBC, primary biliary cirrhosis, about 23 years ago, working in a laboratory handling a lot of solvents. And I've been able to manage it fairly well until last year when I got rear-ended in a car wreck, and now I've developed ascites.
Oh, no. Are you drinking alcohol? You're not drinking alcohol?
Never. I'm a total teetotaler.
What did you do in the lab?
I was doing some testing for FDA approval for the products we were making.
Oh, my drug products, I assume, right?
No, it was materials.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so you're probably dealing with some nasty chemical solvents or nasty chemicals, as I'm sure you know. And that's terrible that you got the liver toxicity or liver poisoning from that. Ascites, for the listeners, is when the abdomen starts to fill with fluid, and typically it will happen with alcoholics, but anybody that's got liver problems can be dealing with that. We got to work on your liver, ma'am. A lot of folks don't. Liver does all kinds of stuff, and it's important for detoxification. It helps make bile. But one of the major functions of the liver is to help you process your foods. And so you always, once again, want to focus on digestive health. Hang tight. We'll finish up when we come back from our break. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program. We'll take a quick commercial break and come back right after this. Don't go away. The Dead Doctors Don't Lie program. Pharmacist Ben here. 831-685-1080 is our priority line number. 888-379-2552. Toll free. We're talking about the liver and ascites. Are you there, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, so you had liver issues from going way back, and now your liver's getting all clogged up and the fluids are backing up into your abdomen. That's called ascites for the listeners, ASCITES. We got to work on your liver, ma'am, and your lymphatic system. It's actually the lymphatic vessels that are clogging up and causing that fluid leakage. So first things first, we got to eliminate any toxicity that's getting into your system. Now, you've got to have some digestive problems. You're probably constipated or something like that. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah, I'm taking magnesium.
Okay, well, no, you can take all the magnesium you want. There's something getting into your blood that shouldn't be in your blood. That's the problem, okay? So the magnesium will help a little bit, and fiber will help, and good bacteria. But until we nail down what kind of toxicity is getting in through the digestive tract that's putting a burden on the lymph and stressing out your liver, you're going to have that problem, and it's going to keep tumbling out of control, and we don't want that happening. So, again, at the risk of repeating myself, the main source of toxicity in the blood is going to be through foods. You got to figure out what that is. Chances are it's going to be gluten or dairy or eggs. It could be the nightshade vegetables, potatoes, tomatoes, eggplant. Those are your nightshades, and they can create problems for some folks. It could be something as benign as lettuce, for that matter. You never can really tell what's causing digestive distress, and that's why a food diary is so fundamental. That's called the food diary / elimination diet. Also, anything you do to support digestive health in terms of supplements, I'd be doing fermented foods like they're going out of style: miso, tempeh, kefir, your Suero V from Beyond Organics. That's a nice fermented product. Any of the Beyond Organic products, the Amasai is also a great fermented product. Anything you do to restore the health of the intestine is going to support liver health. Also, in addition to fermented foods, you also want to make sure you're using your Ultimate Nightly Essence. And then supporting the health of the intestine, there's lots of ways you could do that. Fiber is great. Vegetable juices with fiber can help you. Vegetable juices with fiber can do double duty for helping support the intestine, the health of the intestine. Number one, the fiber will help clean everything out, help you kind of sweep out toxins from the intestine. Fiber also provides a nice, healthy environment for the gut bacteria. Bacteria can actually munch down on that fiber and release special fats that help protect the intestine and help fuel the intestine, again, supporting the health of the liver. Make sure you're using your Ultimate enzymes after your meals. Not only will the Ultimate enzymes help you digest food at the stomach level, but the Ultimate enzymes are also a source of bile. And bile, of course, is important for the liver. It can help reduce the load on the liver, and bile's got a wonderful detoxifying effect in addition to helping you with your digestive health. Use blood sugar strategies. The liver, in addition to being a detoxifying organ and a digestive organ, is also one of your most important blood sugar organs. So if you have cirrhosis issues or liver health issues, chances are you're going to have problems adjusting or controlling blood sugar. Use sweeties after all of your meals. Use the Fucoid Z and the Ultimate Selenium and the Ultimate Niacin, as well as your Beyond Tangy Tangerine. And last but not least, make sure you're calming the body down using all the relaxation techniques that we talk about on this program and on my program. Deep breathing, immersion in hot water, massage, relaxing the body. Lots of ways that you can just lighten up the load on your biochemistry, relax the burden on the adrenal glands. Thanks so much for your call. Appreciate it. And let's see if we can get one more call in before we have to go, Doug.
All right, let's head to Salinas, California. And Teresa, you're on with Pharmacist Ben Fuchs.
Hey, Teresa.
Hi. I'm calling regarding my dad. He has digestive problems. It's always bloated and with pain in his stomach. But we went to the doctor last time, and he had chest pain, and they sent him to the hospital to get checked for his heart.
Mm-hmm.
And to think that now he's feeling better, but there was nothing wrong with his heart. But now they're doing all this tests, and I'm concerned about doing the stress test because they want to inject him with something.
Yeah.
And
they're just experimenting. They're just trying to figure out what the heck's going on. They're not helping him any. They're just trying to figure out what's going on. Here's what you want to do, man. It sounds like the heart issue may have something to do with gas. And we're just out of time here, but I hate to keep repeating myself, but focus first on the digestive system. Use your ultimate enzymes. Make sure he's on the Healthy Start Pack, sipping slowly on the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. I'd also be throwing in some of the Fucoid Z, 9 capsules a day, and then of course the Ultimate Nightly Essence, super important for all digestive health issues. I'll tell you what, ma'am, if you can hang on the line, I'm going to take you off the air because we're just out of time, and I want to add a few more things. So don't go away. Doug, make sure she hangs on the line. Thanks for listening, friends. I'm Pharmacist Ben for Doug Winfrey and Doc Wallach and all the folks at the ZBS Radio Network. Have yourselves a spectacular, wonderful, beautiful day. We'll talk to y'all later, folks. Bye for now.
Hi everyone, Andy Anderson here. Are you using those handy little bottles of gel that zap germs, bacteria, and other nasties? In today's world, that's smart, especially with all the filthy doorknobs, shopping carts, and handrails we touch every day. Here's what you may not know. Once the alcohol evaporates, goodbye effectiveness. No more protection until you use it again. PureWorks to the rescue. Our FDA-compliant foam, lotion, soap, and spray do not rely on alcohol. Their killing power lasts up to 4 hours. PureWorks disinfecting spray is EPA certified to kill swine flu, bird flu, MRSA, HIV, hepatitis B and C, and a whole host of viruses and bacteria. Mold and fungus too. It's even safe around children and pets. You'll love the soft feel of PureWorks on your hand. It actually conditions and will not dry your skin. Here's a little peace of mind knowing your hands are still germ-free hours later. Get your hands on PureWorks and get PureWorks on your hands. Stand by. Pull out your paper and pencil for your local number to order PureWorks.
You may have heard about the 90 essential nutrients or the Mighty 90 needed for good health. But with all the products out there, what exactly are they talking about? The Mighty 90 is 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, 60 plant-derived minerals, and 2 essential fatty acids. So now you know. But with all the products you see and hear advertised, what exactly do you buy to come up with the Mighty 90 and the right ratios to promote good health? Youngevity has made it easy with the Healthy Start Pack, which contains 1 canister of Beyond Tangy Tangerine Vitamin and Plant-Derived Mineral Complex, 1 bottle of Bone and Joint Enriching OsteoFX Plus, and 1 bottle of EFA Plus Essential Fatty Acids, all in the proper ratios to promote good health and vitality. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
If you've been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, prediabetes, or the metabolic syndrome, and you're tired of seeing your blood glucose levels rise and fall like a ship on the ocean, but you don't want to take those drugs the rest of your life, Youngevity has an alternative. A product called Sweeties has been developed just for you. Used as part of your regular diet, Sweeties helps maintain healthy blood sugar levels. A formulation specially designed to nutritionally assist your body with the regulation of your blood sugar level. Sweeties supports healthy glucose metabolism because it's fortified with aspartic acid, chromium, and vanadium, all to help you promote healthy blood sugar levels. If you want to get off those drugs and control your blood sugar metabolism naturally, try Youngevity's Sweeties product. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. 314-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463. Helping people overcome their health challenges for years. Our approach to health is drastically different than medical doctors who mostly only treat symptoms. As a veterinarian, Dr. Joel Wallach discovered that many common disease states are actually preventable and reversible. Our mission at Youngevity is to educate Americans about their own health. If you like helping people, join us in our fight to save America. While you're helping people prevent and overcome health challenges, you will also be able to build a lucrative home-based business. So what are you waiting for? Come join us and help save America. If you've decided to join us, call your local Youngevity associate to find out how you can arm yourself with the knowledge that's needed to save America.
Through his research as a veterinarian, Dr. Joel Wallach discovered that most health problems afflicting livestock can be prevented and even reversed. Many of these same health challenges also occur in humans. These too can be prevented and reversed. Doc's original formula, called the pig arthritis formula, alleviated all arthritis symptoms in animals. The same basic formula has been developed for humans, called the Pig Pack, which includes plant-derived minerals, a multiple vitamin complex, glucogel, and EFAs. Add to that Youngevity's OsteoFX Plus, a proprietary blend of liquid calcium, magnesium, and glucosamine. Now you have the Pig Pack Plus to make up the 90 essential nutrients Dr. Wallach has identified as necessary for sustained good health and longevity. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
I am Judy DeVilbus. Here I am speaking to you again. I just wanted to tell you that recently I started drinking the Whey Shakes again, the chocolate Whey Shake. And you need to remember, the Whey Shake isn't just for losing weight. It's a fantastic place to get your great protein. And if you're trying to gain weight, you can take it along with your meals. And the best part is, if you want to just have a great protein shake, do like I do. Put it over ice, stir it up, and you can sip on it for 20 minutes to an hour. I do it every single day. I absolutely love it. You need to get back to it too. It's really good for you. And it makes not fat, but it makes muscle after you work out. And you can also mix it up in a blender with an egg, and you have the most incredible health protein shake. Or mix it with a little water, stir it up, and you have a little pudding. And who doesn't like pudding?
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
Hi, this is Dr. Joel Wallach, your host of Dead Doctors Don't Lie. If you're interested in a colon cleanse, blood cleanse, liver cleanse, in the classical herbal way, you want to ask your Youngevity associate for Herbal Rainforest. Herbal Rainforest has 16 herbs, 16 cleansing herbs, classic cleansing herbs, and 77 plant minerals. That's right, and these are all organic. It doesn't get any better than that. In your busy day, and you're around all these toxins out there in your workplace, on the way home, going to work, in your food, in the air, in the water, you need Herbal Rainforest. I guarantee you, it will give you a cleanse. You can control the dose. It's a liquid. It tastes good. It doesn't get any better than this. A colon that's happy makes you happy. Nothing better than a happy colon. Herbal Rainforest. Clean it out.
For more information on this product or others you've heard about on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program, call your local Youngevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Greetings, everyone. Judy DeVilbus here. What do you think of when you hear the words tangy tangerine? Well, I think of like a sweet, tangy tasting something. Well, what I'm referring to is the Ultimate Tangy Tangerine. It's a fantastic product. It has everything you need, and a great benefit is it's very, very delicious. It's very easy to drink. I've suggested it even to youngsters. Even children like it. Even little guys. Even little girls. They come right into my office. Their parents can't get them to take those chewables. And besides that, they're not as good as Tangy Tangerine. And I give them a little taste of that, and you know something? They're pleased as punch. So, if it's good for a child and it tastes delicious, why not you? There's no excuse not to take a vitamin when it tastes as good as that does. So how about it? Tangy Tangerine should be the answer to all of your nutritional program problems.
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities.